Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you for joining me for another morning practice. So whether you are doing this practice in the morning with me or at another time of day, this practice is all about stretching, strengthening, balancing, and really focusing in on our mind-body connection. And increasing awareness within the body as we move. So this is going to be a floaty morning flow. So we'll be doing some kind of floaty movements throughout, and also connecting with our energies, thinking about today this third eye energy, Ajna, which is all about our clarity, perspective, and our intuition. So connecting in with that a little bit as well. So we're going to come down into a comfortable seated position to get started, and that could either be cross-legged or any other seated position. This is suitable for all levels, this practice, so always taking the options that you need to take throughout, having blocks, props, and whatever you need with you to support you in your practice. So I want you to bring the palms of the hands together and bring the hands to heart center, and we'll close down the eyes or take the gaze out in front. And we'll start with connecting to our balancing breath, so coherent breathing, which is breathing in for 6 and breathing out for 6. So when you're ready, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you come back to your natural breath, just gently pressing the hands, keeping them in this prayer position, just gently press them into the chest bone. We have an acupressure point here, Sea of Tranquility. It's connecting with the heart. This can be really calming for the soul. And then I want you to bring your hands to the space between your eyebrows and see if you can gently press the sides of the hands into this area. And this is our third eye chakra, Ajna, but this is also our yin tang acupressure point. And this point is also very connected with our nervous system. Just noticing how this area feels. Connecting with our inner wisdom today as we come into this practice. And then releasing the hands, relaxing the hands and the arms. And we'll open the eyes up when you're ready, just taking a steady gaze. We're going to bring the hands, interlace the fingers and take the hands to the back of the head. And take an inhale, let the elbows open out to the side, opening across the chest. As you exhale, draw the head down, draw the elbows in, round the spine, draw the belly button in. This time on your inhale, lift the head, open the arms out to the side, and then release the hands from the interlace, find a cactus position. Bring your right hand down to your mat, reach the left arm up and over, find a stretch over to the right side. Float the arms back to cactus. Take it over to the left side. As you take these movements, see if you can go as gracefully and softly moving through each one. Come back to cactus, and then we're going to interlace the hands behind the back of the head again. So inhale, reach the elbows out to the side. Exhale, round, draw the head in. Inhale, lift the head, opening out. Come back to your cactus. Right side stretch, floating that left arm up and over. Float back to cactus. Take it over to the other side. Stretching into that right side body. Float back to cactus. Bring the hands, interlace the fingers, open across the chest. This is the last time. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, opening back out, elbows opening out to the side. Cactus the arms. Right side stretching over. Float back to that cactus position. And left side stretching over. And floating back to cactus. Hands come through to heart center. Well done. Come into tabletop position now, so that all fours position on your mat. And then pivoting onto the left side. So this left foot is pivoting over to the left side. Lengthen through your right leg, find a modified Vashisthasana. So feeling that stretch down through the right side body here. So see if you can lift that right leg away from the mat. Float the right arm down towards the right side body. Bring the leg back down, float the arm up by the ear or in that direction. So really focusing here, lift the leg, float the arm down towards that leg. Drop the leg back down, float the arm up towards the right ear. One more time, lift the leg, float the arm down. Drop the leg, float the arm up. Either pausing here, just breathing into that stretch, or you have the option to bend the right leg. Maybe the right hand finds the right foot, pressing forwards with the hips. This may not be for you, this may not be right in your body, so please do not take it if it doesn't feel right. Releasing. Bringing the right leg back down and pivot back to your tabletop position. Well done. Take a deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Now we pivot onto the right side. So right side modified Vashisthasana. So left leg's lengthened. Lift that left leg, float the left arm down towards the body. Drop the leg down, reach the arm up by the ear in that direction. So lift the left leg, float the arm down. Drop the leg, reach the arm up. And last one, lift the leg, float the arm down. Drop the leg, float the arm up. Either staying here working with that stretch, or you can bend the left leg, take the left hand to the left foot, press the hips forwards, finding this lovely stretch here. Oh, love this one. Stretching into the hip flexor, the left thigh. Well done. See if you can release with control. Everyone meet back in a tabletop position. From here, tuck the toes under and exhale, lift the hips to the sky, find a downward facing dog. So first downward facing dog of the practice, maybe of your morning. So take a little bend through the legs.
scanning into the body, noticing how everything's feeling. No right or wrong, we're not judging anything. Inhale, sweep this right foot through between the hands, drop the back knee, so finding a low lunge. Option to have the hands placed on blocks here, so that could be your first option. Next option is to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, press down through the heel of the right foot. Make sure that front knee stacks above the ankle. Float the hands through to heart center. Now, maybe from here, seeing if you can take a little twist to the right. Maybe you can hook the left elbow on the right thigh. Press the palms of the hands in towards each other. Look up towards the ceiling. So we're in this twisted lunge. Again, either working here, or if you really want to add in a little bit more spice, you can tuck under the back toes, maybe powering up through that back leg. Think about belly lifting away from the thigh. Nice. Wherever you are, unravel from the twist, bring your hands down to your mat and take a big step back to downward facing dog. You can always take a child's pose at any time. Inhale, shift the shoulders forwards to plank position and we'll work through your chaturanga. So either drop the knees and inhale into a cobra, or you're going to inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting the hips back to a downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe here. Inhale, step the left foot through between the hands, drop the back knee, find your lunge. Your lunge today could be hands on blocks either side of the foot, could be working here in your lunge. Maybe you start to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, lifting up and out from the waist. Hands come through to heart center. Can you take a little twist to the left? Maybe the right elbow finds the left thigh. Press the palms of the hands together in your twist. Maybe the gaze can come up to the ceiling. Or if you're getting a bit spicy, you can tuck under the back toes and lift that back leg. But just remember to be where you need to be. That is the beauty of practicing yoga from home, I think is, or one of the lovely things, is the fact that it really encourages you to keep your focus inwards, keep your focus on you. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing or what you think anyone else might be doing, anyone else who's doing this flow. So unravel from the twist, bring your hands down to the mat, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the shoulders forwards to plank and flow through your version of chaturanga, inhaling into an upward facing dog or a cobra. And exhale, lifting the hips upwards for downward facing dog. Breathing here. Taking any movement that feels good in your downward facing dog. Then coming back to stillness, lift the heels away from your mat. So coming up on the toes in your downward dog. Shift both heels over to the right. Can you take a bend through the legs, feeling that stretch into the left side body? Inhale, lift the hips back to center, bring the heels back to center. Shift the heels over to the left and bend through the legs. Stretching into the right side body. And come back to center, draw the heels back down towards the mat or in that direction. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to a three-leg dog. Again, your three-leg dog could be just hovering that leg away. Maybe it's opening into the hip space. See what feels good for you. And then step the right foot through between the hands. Bring your back heel down, take a warrior one, right side. Reaching up through the fingertips. From here, open out to warrior two now. So now the side of your foot's roughly in line with that side of your mat. Send your gaze over the right fingertips, sink down into your right leg. Inhale here, on your exhale, bring your right forearm to the right thigh, reach the left fingertips up to the ceiling, or the arm can come by the left ear. Extended side angle. With this left arm in your extended side angle, we're going to float the arm. So exhale, can you float the arm down towards the body? Inhale, reach the arm up towards the ceiling, maybe it comes towards the ear. Try and make these graceful movements, floating the arm down towards the body and floating it up and over, going with your breath at your pace. Last one. And then coming away from your extended side angle. And then we're going to step in, so we're at the top of our mat, into Tadasana mountain pose, this standing position. So grounding into your right leg, lift the left leg, open that, so grounding into your right leg, open your left knee out to the side for tree pose. Find your drishti, maybe the foot comes to the calf or the inside of the thigh, maybe it stays connected to the mat. So either working here with your hands in heart center, or we're going to float the arms. So inhale, reach the fingertips up and around, up towards the ceiling. Then can you bring the palms of the hands together? Float the hands through, all the way back down to heart center. So inhale, imagine drawing energy up. Hands come together, exhale, that energy comes back down. It's coming past this third eye area between the eyebrows, drawing that energy all the way through to the heart. Last one, inhale, no worries if you're wobbling and shaking, that's all part of the practice. Exhale back to heart center. Well done, release from your tree pose. So now still at the top of the mat. And inhale, reach the fingertips up, lift your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, fold forwards, bend the legs as much as you need to. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands could be on the shins, the thighs, or the ground. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat, step it back to plank, float through your version of chaturanga. So either inhaling into an upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take your three-leg dog on the left side again, lifting that left leg as high or keeping it as low as it needs to be for you. And then sweep the left foot through between the hands, keep the back heel down, find a warrior one. So really feeling alive in the body now, feeling awake in the body as we move and breathe. Now from your warrior one, open out to warrior two. So maybe adjusting that right foot so it's roughly in line with the side of the mat. Gaze comes over the left fingertips. Inhale here, as you exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right fingertips reach up, maybe right arm comes by the right ear. And this is where we can start to float the arm. So inhale, exhale, can you float it down? Inhale, see if you can take nice graceful movements, smooth movements. Be as creative as you like. Be as expressive as you like. This is your practice. Stay with your breath. And the last one, meeting in your extended side angle. Lift the chest, coming back to your warrior two. Step everything back into the top of the mat, so we're back in a standing position. This time grounding into the left leg, open your right knee out to the side for tree. Maybe the foot stays here connected to the ground, maybe it finds the calf or the thigh. Find your drishti. It's your focus point out in front. And then maybe you take these arm movements with me, adding in a little bit more spice into the balance. So inhale, arms come up, exhale, palms come together. Float the hands back down. Notice them coming past and through this line of energy through the center of the body. So inhale, we're drawing that energy all the way up around us. And then exhale, bringing the energy down the center line of the body. And last one, go with your own breath as well, doesn't have to be in time with me. Let your breath lead your movement. Exhale, bring the palms of the hands back through to center. And release the leg from your tree pose, well done. Step it out so that the feet are a little bit further than hip width apart. Point your toes towards the corners of your mat. Inhale, reach the crown of the head upwards. As you exhale, bend through the legs, track the knees over the toes, coming down into your malasana, your yogic squat. So you could always pop a block under your hips here. You could always have the block under your hips for a little bit more support. You could bring your hips down to the ground completely. Reaching the crown of the head upwards. Opening into the hip space. Well done. And then we're going to come on down to the mat. And come over so that we're in an all fours position. And on your exhale, gently sit the hips down towards the heels and allow the forehead and the heart to drop down to the mat for child's pose. Close the eyes or take a steady gaze. An option to bring the arms to the side of the body here in your child's pose and just allow the forehead to connect with either the mat or your block. It's connecting with the energy center here in this area, the forehead. As you inhale, draw your breath into the back of the body, the sides. And then as you exhale, release the breath. Let go of anything that's no longer needed. And staying here, eyes closed or taking a steady gaze. And I have a short reading to finish the practice. And this is another reading from the Comfort Book by Matt Haig, which I'm really loving at the moment. And it's called Mess. The hardest thing to be is yourself. We are so overloaded that we can't always see the truth of who we are. We distract ourselves to distraction. Sometimes we clutter our lives deliberately to take our minds off the clutter inside our heads. When we take the external clutter away, we have to face the clutter inside ourselves, all the mess. And the more we focus on it, the more we see the order in it. There is a reason why everything is where it is. We might want to order the mess a different way, or we might feel the mess is perfectly fine. But we are imperfect because we are alive. We are messy because the universe began with an explosion and the debris has drifted ever since. We are all messy mammals on a messy planet in a messy cosmos. To deny mess is to deny who we are.
To see it, to allow it, to forgive it, is to reach a state of what Buddhist and psychologist Tara Brach calls radical acceptance, where we can appreciate our so-called flaws and imperfections as a natural part of existence. And then we can exist with openness and honesty, rather than shrink ourselves by trying to shut ourselves away like the contents of a cluttered cupboard. We can, in short, live. So as we start to slowly come away from the practice, starting to make your way up from your child's pose, either coming to a kneeling or any other seated position that feels comfortable for you. And we'll bring the hands together at heart center. To close off the practice, just raise the hands to the forehead to acknowledge your inner wisdom and intuition. Bring the hands down to the lips to acknowledge allowing yourself to be in your truth. Bring the hands to the heart to connect with, living with compassion. And then we'll touch the hands down to the ground. Acknowledge being here in this present moment, in this human existence. And opening the eyes back up when you're ready, just coming back into the physical body. Hopefully feeling nicely stretched, energized, strengthened, feeling a little bit reset for your day. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Do comment and feedback to me on how you've got on. I always love hearing from you. And yeah, so grateful for you being here, and I can't wait to flow with you again very soon. So take care. Bye bye.